get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call. There's a rumble in my phone, so get prepared for war. When it hits, it'll knock you to the ground. When it shakes up everything around. But survival is a must, so we stand with us. Can you feel it? Make it real. Make me feel it. Comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call. Till it gets too hot, everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call. Hey, yo, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey. I am afraid of the storm.
is an ocean monument, and this is my upgraded ocean monument. I think it looks a lot cooler. So that got me thinking, why don't we upgrade every structure in Minecraft? Some of these builds are gonna look insanely cool. So let's get started by upgrading the Bastion Remnant. So for this, we're gonna need to collect all these blocks. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, let's try and be a little bit safer. Okay, and now that we've got all the materials, we need to find a good place to build it. Wow, this place is absolutely perfect. Yeah, I definitely didn't just build this. But anyways, my idea for this transformation is to turn a regular bastion into more of a nether castle. So let's get to work. And whilst I'm building, let me tell you why I'm actually doing this. You see, my brother has always thought he's a better builder than me. I mean, he literally built this clock tower from scratch in survival. And he's called a lot of my builds bad. So to prove to him that I'm actually a good builder, I'm going to show him all the finished upgraded structures. So they really need to look good. Oh, why does it look so bad? Why don't we start with the easier structures and work our way up to the harder structures? Hopefully this way we can improve our confidence and maybe even increase our skills as a builder. So first up, let's transform the ruined nether portal. My first idea with this is to make it bigger, because everyone knows bigger is always better. So we'll grab some obsidian, and the biggest the portal can actually be is 23 by 23, so I guess we'll build that. Perfect. That is gonna be one big portal. Why is it square? Now let's add some crying obsidian. Alright, and now let's break some more obsidian for the gaps. Oh, how I love breaking obsidian. Now to upgrade the decorations. I love how the nether sort of leaks into the overworld, but I don't like how it's only this basic nether biome. So I'm going to change this one biome into all the nether biomes. And to do this, we need to collect them. Okay, and now we just place the biomes around the structure, and it's really important we make it blend into the surroundings. And then we decorate the biome. That's the crimson biome. On the other side, we'll have the warped forest biome. Next up is the soul sand valley with a very miniature fossil. Then the basalt delta biome. Add a little bit of lava. And finally, the nether wastelands biome. Add some more decoration. And so that's all the biomes added. So now we've only got a few things left to do. I changed the stone bricks into black stone bricks because they look a lot cooler. And I replaced the gold blocks with netherite blocks just to flex. And finally, I doubled the chest and added something inside to make it a little bit more rare. And so that is the ruined portal upgraded. So with the ocean monument included, we've now upgraded 2 out of the 26 Minecraft structures. Yeah, we've got a long way to go if I still want to prove that I'm a good builder to my brother. So let's head to the desert to upgrade our next structure, the desert pyramid. So for this one, I'm going to try and be a bit more creative. And step number 1 is changing all the sandstone into blackstone. You might not be able to tell yet, but I'm actually transforming this desert temple into a nuclear desert temple. It's looking really cool already, but step 2 is changing all this orange stuff into lime green concrete. So we're going to need some lime green dye. Then we combine these dyes, and we'll use this to make some lime concrete powder, which we can duplicate using this machine. And now we'll use this machine to turn it into concrete. Nice! I definitely didn't nearly die to a creeper. Oh my god, no! Anyways, for the next step, I'm going to use some yellow and black concrete to make this look a bit more nuclear. Okay, I think it's very clear this is a nuclear desert pyramid. But to upgrade it even more, let's add some blocks there. We can add a beacon here and some lime green glass. That looks even better. Now I want to add some cracks in the ground. Hopefully this is going to look really cool. And finally, this is a nuclear pyramid, so I think it's time we made it a bit more explosive. But before we do that, I've got a question for you. Do you like playing Minecraft with your friends? Well, I partnered with the best server hosting company in the world to help you with that. Wise Hosting offers 24/7 servers that are powerful, secure, and most of all, reliable, so that you can focus on having fun with your friends. You can choose from locations all across the world to make sure you always get the lowest ping possible. And you can host on Java or Bedrock. So if you want the best server experience, then get yourself a server with the link in the description or by using code LOCKDOWN at checkout. This will give you 25% off all servers, and it'll also help support me to make more awesome videos. But speaking of awesome videos, let's get back to it. So let's remove this pathetic 9 TNT and make a bit more space. Wait a second, we've got loads of TNT on it. This should be a bit faster. And now let's fill this entire hole up with TNT. There is literally over 5 stacks of TNT down there. And now we'll decorate this room a bit. Okay, and now to finish off this build, we are going to change these chests to trapped chests. Oh my god, this is a very deadly pyramid. This is what it looked like at the start, and this is what it looks like now. Yeah, I think it's slightly better this way. So that's another structure upgraded. But whilst we're in the desert, why don't we upgrade the other desert structure? Which is, of course, the desert well. Yeah, this is one of those structures that definitely is in need of an upgrade. I mean, what is that? Okay, so my inspiration for this is going to be that well from the This Is Sparta clip. Hopefully a lot of you guys know what I mean. Alright, so let's lay out the foundations for the well. As you can see, it's going to be a lot bigger than the normal well. And now I want to dig this all the way down to bedrock. So let's get mining. Okay, we're about 8 blocks down now, and all the sandstone is gone, which is kind of bad because mining stone is a lot slower. Wait, I know what will help. And paste 2. Oh my god, that's so much better. So now I'm going to give myself 10 minutes to dig this entire hole. And if I can do it, I'm going to get a villager from that village and throw him down the hole. Alright, we're about 30 blocks down. I might try just digging straight down. Ooh, this might actually be a lot faster. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, that method is a lot faster, but this one is a lot safer. Alright, we're finally at the very bottom of the hole, and I'm not gonna lie, that took 45 minutes. So anyways, we use sandstone for the very bottom of the well, and finally we can fill it up with water. Perfect. This is now a much better well. Oh, I never said anything about not throwing this guy into the well. This is Sparta. So now that's pretty much all the easier structures upgraded. Now it's time to move on to the slightly harder structures. And for that, it's time to head to the end dimension. But luckily for us, we've already transformed some of the end structures. For example, the end spawning platform is now this insane UFO that I'm currently standing inside. And both the obsidian pillars and the exit portal make up my replica of the solar system. That is definitely one of my favorite builds. But oh, that's not good. Oh my god, I nearly lost my hardcore build. Anyways, that means we're on 7 out of 26 structures, but there are still more structures to transform in the end. The first of which are these gateways. You see, I removed the bedrock on them, but now they're just kind of floating in space with no purpose. So, I've got an idea to upgrade these and make it look like they're an asteroid belt for our solar system. First, we'll grab some iron, because this is going to be an expensive asteroid belt. Next up, we're going to need a hell of a lot of stone. So, let's use this machine. And finally, we're going to need some netherrack to make it look like the asteroid ring is actually on fire. So now we've got everything we need to transform these portal gateways. But how do we actually get down to them? I guess the best way is to build up with dirt. Where is the portal? I don't want to go through it. That would not be good. Okay, it's right here. And now let's build a giant circle under all the gateways. This is only temporary, so it doesn't need to be a perfect circle. Wait, actually, we should probably make it a perfect circle. Otherwise, our asteroid belt is going to look really, really bad. So, a little bit of time has gone by, and I've managed to use some genius math to calculate the perfect circle. The only problem is, it looks like this, and now we've got to build it. If we miss a single one of these pixels, the circle will be off, and we'll have to build it all over again. We went straight under the first gateway, which is definitely a good sign. Alright, this is the most likely area we could mess up, because we need to go in a pretty much straight diagonal line. Okay, I think that's right. The only way we'll know for sure, though, is when we get to that block over there. 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, we should be what the... Alright, after a lot of trial and error, we finally have the circle. Now it's time to actually upgrade this structure. So first we'll start with stone, and we're basically just going to scatter this around the entire ring. Want to try and make it look as close as we can to an asteroid belt, just like the ones in our solar system. So we need to make sure we scatter around the stones as randomly as possible. Now we'll move on to iron. This should be a lot faster because we don't have to place any extra dirt blocks. And of course, the final layer is netherrack that has been lit on fire. Hopefully this will make it look a bit more like an asteroid belt. That is not netherrack. Now all we need to do is get rid of the dirt. Let's go! We've got an asteroid belt. Oh my god, it looks so cool, and the portals look a lot better. But we've still got one more structure to upgrade in the end. And I think you'll be able to guess what it is. It's an NC. I'm looking right at an NC. And I've got a really cool idea for it. But for it to work, we need to find two end cities that are close together. Ooh. Yes! Oh, they'll definitely do. Now, first things first, we can kill all the shulkers in this city. Ow, they kind of hurt. I will get this one. Yes. Oh no. Okay, I think that's all of them gone now. So it's time to deconstruct this end city so that we can make space for the brand new upgraded end city. Whilst I'm doing this, let me tell you about my plan. I'm going to completely transform this end city from something that doesn't really look like a city to something that resembles the real life cities in our world. So that's all the materials collected. Now it's time to get building, and the first thing we're going to build is the road. So we've got black concrete and we've also got white concrete because we're basing it off New York City. This central area will be like a park, and we'll have roads and buildings going all the way around it. So we've got to dig out space for the road. I might have made this city a bit too big because that took me about 20 minutes. Anyways, let's go right ahead and build the road. Alright, and now the roads are fully complete, it's time to start working on the skyscrapers. I want to go for a few different designs. So for the first one, we're going to use a bunch of these pillars. Alright, that seems like a good height for our first skyscraper. So let's build up the rest of the pillars. Nice! Now in these one block gaps, we're going to add a bunch of these bricks. I really hope we have enough blocks for all these buildings. Okay, that's all the end bricks placed. Now, instead of using just magenta glass, we should probably turn these blocks into glass panes just so we don't run out of blocks, because we have a lot more buildings to build. Oh, this is kind of tricky to build with this. And finally, we'll finish it off with some purple blocks as the roof. And done. Yeah, this is definitely going to impress my brother. But we've only done one skyscraper and we've got an entire city to build. So let's get to work. Next up, I'm going to build one over here with a bit more of a stripy design. So we'll have 2 layers of end stone bricks and then 2 layers of glass panes. And we'll just keep repeating this pattern all the way up. This next one's going to be a little bit different because it's going to be fatter and it's going to take up this entire corner. So we'll use these blocks, and this time I think we'll poke little holes like this for windows, and then we'll place glass just behind it so it gives a more 3D effect. And we'll finish it off with some slabs for the roof. Nice. Now, next to this building, I want to build an Enderman car park so that all the Enderman workers that work in this building have somewhere to park. So we'll get rid of the end stone and replace it with concrete. We'll add some white concrete for car parking spaces. But next to this car park, I'm going to build the biggest skyscraper in this entire city. Yeah, this should be high enough. And it's also going to have some insane detail. Why am I doing this to myself? This is going to take so long to build. Alright, that's the corner pillars done. Now we need to build in this pattern like this, all the way up there. How did I make a mistake already? Silly lockdown life. And the tallest skyscraper is now fully complete. So, we've built 1, 2, 3, 4 buildings, and we have about 20 more to build. Ah! And finally, done! This is my upgraded end city. Yeah, I think it looks looks a little bit better than that. But this upgrade took me a lot longer than I thought. And we've still got loads of structures to upgrade if we're going to impress my brother. So let me know what you guys think of this build in the comments down below. I think it's definitely my favorite one so far. But the next upgrade is going to be a bit more practical, because I'm going to upgrade this zombie spawner into an actual functioning zombie farm. So the first step is going to be getting rid of this annoying water. Yes. Now we need to dig out a 9x9 key. So this chest has got to go. Ooh, a golden apple. And let's get mining. Nice, now we can add water along this wall. Then we'll dig out a trench down here. And before we add the water to it, let's dig a tunnel where all the zombies will be transported. Then they'll fall all the way down here. We'll add a chest here, add a hopper here going into it, and on top we'll put a half slab. And now we can add water to here and to here. Perfect. Now all that's left to do is remove the torches, and we have a fully functioning zombie farm. Oh yeah. Yeah, not gonna lie, that was a pretty easy upgrade. And this next one's not gonna be much different because, well, I've already done it. In my first episode of my hardcore series, I upgraded the standard igloo to this giant igloo. And ever since then, it has been my base in this hardcore world. It's got everything I need, including a chimney, a max level enchanting table, and even a family of carrot trading villagers. But up next, we're gonna upgrade this boring shipwreck. Because you see, it's not really much of a shipwreck. It's just a complete ship underwater. I mean, it literally looks brand new. So we're gonna use a lot of different building techniques to make this look like it's been here for many years. And for our first technique, we're gonna need a bunch of this stuff. Okay, and now we'll just scatter this stuff around the entire ship. Make sure we get some inside here and down here, even in this little chest room. Okay, next we're gonna make it look a bit more decrepit by just breaking some random blocks. This should hopefully make it look like it's a bit more worn down. Get rid of some of these trapdoors, a couple of holes in the boat that may have caused it to sink in the first place. Okay, that's looking a lot better, but I feel like if our ship was left here for this long, it wouldn't look the same color. So for the logs, we can replace them with these grey acacia logs. And for the planks, we can replace them with disgusting birch planks. Ugh. Okay, so we'll replace some of these like this. We'll even replace some fences and some of the stairs. Wait, why don't we make it so some of these sails have fallen over? That'll make it look a lot more like a shipwreck. Maybe we could have it like this. Oh yeah, that looks good. It looks like it snapped off of there and fell like this. And then we can do the same thing with the other two. And finally, to make sure the shipwreck looks really old, let's add some copper. This way, it should actually age over time. And now with the copper turning green, the shipwreck has been upgraded and made much more realistic. And since we're already in the ocean, why don't we upgrade the most boring ocean structure? I mean, like, what is that? Anyways, for this I've got a bit of a plan, and my inspiration is going to be the lost city of Atlantis. So to build it, we're gonna need a hell of a lot of quartz. Ow, why did there have to be lava there? Alright, so we'll start by upgrading this small structure. So we're going to use a mixture of different quartz blocks, and alright, now we're going to build this bigger structure. So we'll start it off with a nice strong base. Don't mind me just casually drowning. Then we'll cover this bit up. Okay, and now we're going to add some pillars to really make it look like Atlantis. And for these, I think we'll make them quite thick. It looks kind of weird. Maybe if we add some skinnier pillars? Okay, yeah, I'm liking that a lot better. Now we'll add the roof, and we'll probably also make the base just a little bit wider. Oh yeah, even the drowned are starting to like this place. And speaking of the drowned, when I was building this, a trident drowned actually gave me an idea. What if we built a giant trident going up through the build? I think this will look really cool in Prismarine, and luckily for us, there is an ocean monument right here. Don't mind me, just gonna kill the Elder Guardians quickly. Oh my god, I forgot to put on my chest plate. That hurt a lot. Wait, what? How did that just break? Yes, I can finally break blocks. Yeah, that's definitely a lot better than the normal structure. The next upgrade's got to be even better. So, I'm gonna upgrade a mine shaft into a gigantic quarry. And because it's gonna be absolutely massive, the only way to build it is gonna be with a lot of TNT. But before we go crazy with TNT, let's mark a 64 by 64 area out. And we'll also quickly get rid of the trees. Alright, now let's get to work. So I guess at the start we'll just dig holes and place TNT in them. Here we go. That's a good start, but we're gonna need to blow up a lot more TNT. Okay, we'll just repair the border. And then we want this middle section to go even deeper. So we'll just dig long lines like that, all the way down. So basically what I'm doing is trying to make this hole look like a quarry with all the different levels. And then we can start adding all the features of a mine shaft into this quarry. Alright, this should make a massive hole. Okay, it's looking a bit messy, so I'm going to set up a beacon and try and smooth it out to make it look a bit more like a quarry rather than just a messy hole in the ground. Okay, we now have something that looks a little bit more like a quarry. Now we can add all the features of a mine shaft into it. So we're going to need a bunch of oak wood. Then we'll use some of it to craft some fences. That's not how you craft them. And I'm thinking we can like sort of dig into these walls. Then we'll place wood like this, fences like that, and kind of make it look like a mine shaft is coming out of this wall. We can add some wood on the floor, and we'll do this kind of thing on all the different layers. Alright, so we've added all the wooden aspects. Now to add some more detail, let's find a real mine shaft, and here we can grab all the details we're gonna need. So rails, cobwebs. Wait, can you actually get cobwebs? Maybe some ores would be good. Ooh, a chest minecart will be nice. So let's add the final details. And that is the mine shaft upgraded into a gigantic quarry. But this next structure is gonna be a bit smaller because I'm gonna upgrade this witch's hut. And because my brother is quite a big fan of Marvel, we're gonna upgrade this witch's hut into Scarlet Witch's hut. But the first step is luring this witch out of its hut. Do you mind? Ow! Alright, witch, get in the hole. Don't kill me. Oh my god. Yes! And next up, we need a lot of red glass. So we'll spam this flour and turn it into loads of red dye. Then we'll duplicate loads of sand. Then we can take all of this sand and smelt it in our super smelter asteroid. And now we can combine this glass with the red dye to get all the red glass we need. My plan is to have this witch's hut floating in the air, encased in a massive red glass ball, just like the one Scarlet Witch uses in the Marvel films. So, step one is to make this witch's hut float. So let's just gather all the witch's stuff. You really didn't have much stuff. Ow, okay, I think we'll build it about this high. Now we need to perfectly reconstruct it using all of these blocks. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 across. 2 windows on each side, hold on there, crafting table there. Then the roof like this. So now that we've got a floating witch's hut, let's surround it with a giant red ball. This is going to be hard because I want the witch's hut to be in the very center of the ball. So if this is the center of the witch's hut, how many blocks up do I need to go? So using some genius maths, I have worked out that we need the sphere to be 21 blocks wide. So now all we need to do is place 1,000 blocks of glass in a very specific way to make a giant sphere out of red glass. This is gonna be so easy. Okay, and the final task is moving that witch into its new home. Okay, so first we'll build a nice little staircase. Okay, and we'll build like a tube here so we can easily drop down. Let's do this. Okay, the witch has been released. Follow us. Come on. Oh, I think it gave itself slowness. It's working. Come on, witch. No! Why did it drop down? The guy improvised. No, 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 no! Oh my god. Half a heart. Alright, push, push. Come on, get in the hole. Yes! It's in! And so with the witch hut upgraded, that is now 15 out of the 26 structures done. But my brother leaves for a holiday in 3 days, so we need to hurry up. So over the next couple of hours, I upgraded a pillager outpost into an observatory that can see all of the Minecraft stars. I also fully excavated and restored the trail ruins. I did my best to make sure every room had a purpose and even made the entrance look a lot better. And right now, I was just about to upgrade the jungle temple. But that got me thinking, the jungle temple is one of the coolest structures in Minecraft, but the traps in it aren't very deadly. Ow. So why don't we upgrade this structure by making the traps much more deadly? So first off, we're going to upgrade these arrows. For this, we're going to need some spider's eyes. Alright, so what we're trying to do is make some arrows of instant damage. So let's fill these up with lots of water, fill up the brewing stand, use some nether wart to make awkward potions, then we use spider eyes to make potions of poison. Now with some brown mushrooms, and if we turn the sugar cane into sugar, we should be able to make fermented spider eyes. And then using this, we can convert this potion into hopefully instant damage. Wait, poison's pretty good as well, so we'll leave half and half. I think if we use glowstone, we can upgrade the effect to the second level. Okay, now we grab these potions, and if we surround one potion by some arrows. Wait, what? Oh, you need potion of lingering, which means we need dragon breath. I think we had some last episode when we were collecting the rarest items in the game. Come on. Yes! So we need to make them splash potions first, and then dragon's breath. We have instant damage 2 arrows. Oh my god, they're going to be so much more deadly. And poison 2 arrows as well. Now quickly, let's just see how much more deadly this is. Ow. Ow. Oh my god, 3 hearts of damage. Ow. Poison 2. But that's not all, because I'm also going to replace this regular chest with a trap chest, and underneath it is going to be some TNT. So when you open it, you're pretty much dead. Yeah, I don't think I'll test this one. And finally, we have to do a lava trap. So I think here would be a pretty good place for this. So we'll have pressure plates here, and underneath they should connect to redstone. I'm not very good at this stuff anymore, but hopefully this should work. So if I stand on the pressure plate and walk forward, I fall into the lava. Then we place lava here and here. This jungle temple is now the most deadly jungle temple in the entire world. Oh my god, I am gonna die. Okay, so before I die to my own traps, let's upgrade the next structure. So for the village upgrade, there is a bit of a story. I traded with villagers in this world thousands of times. And that got me thinking, villagers must be extremely rich, but their houses really don't show it. So, we're gonna change that, and reveal just how rich the villagers actually are. Anyways, for this, we're gonna need a hell of a lot of emeralds. Luckily for us, we have the most OP emerald farm in the game. Wow. Oh yeah. Yeah, 3 shulker boxes of emeralds should be enough. But we're also gonna need iron, and finally, we're also gonna need some gold from the most OP gold farm in the game. And now that we've got all our materials, the first thing I'm gonna do is replace all the grass with emerald blocks. This is gonna be so expensive. Okay, that's one small section done, but a lot to go. Yeah, that took a lot longer than I thought. In fact, it took so long that we now only have about 2 days until my brother leaves. So the next step is replacing all the paths with gold blocks. This is literally going to be the most expensive village you've ever seen. Okay, it's really starting to look cool now. But whilst I was building the paths, I noticed there was a lot of zombies. And some of our rich villagers even died to them. Which I don't think is something that should happen in a really rich village. So why don't we hire some bodyguards? All we're gonna need for this is a few pumpkins. Oh, this is so satisfying. And bodyguard. Bodyguard number 2. Let's try and spread them out over the entire village to keep these guys as safe as possible. You are trapped. Do you want to go on an iron staircase? We'll have some more bodyguards over here. And now that the village is nice and safe, let's upgrade these boring houses. So, we'll replace all the boring logs with gold. All the cobblestone will be transformed into iron. There's no iron steps, so I guess that'll do. And finally, the roof will be amethyst. A little bit of roof building ASMR. And its house is completely transformed. Now we've only got to do every other house and building in the entire village. Yay! And finally, we'll use some of our very few diamonds to decorate the most expensive village in the game. We'll even replace these tables with diamonds. The next structure is gonna be a little bit different because we're gonna transform an abandoned village. But first, we need to find one. I think they might be one of the rarest structures in the game. Okay, I've just done some research and it's even worse than I thought. An abandoned village only has a 2% chance of spawning compared to a regular village. That means if we look at 50 villages, only one of them will be abandoned. Oh my god, this is gonna take ages. I can't find an abandoned village. So I think the only thing to do is to come back to the abandoned village later. And I guess hopefully we find one whilst we're upgrading the other structures. And speaking of other structures, the next structure we're gonna upgrade is of course the Nether Fortress. So let's gather all the blocks we're gonna need. And whilst I'm doing this, my totem's gonna tell you the plan for this build.
So, nether fortresses are called fortresses, which means they should be hard to get into. So Lockdown is going to upgrade the nether fortress by making it a lot harder to get into. Oh yeah, and of course, it will look cooler too.
So first, let's lay out the foundations. So we'll have the first wall, and then we'll have a 3-block gap of lava, and here will be our second wall. Yeah, we're definitely going to make this one a lot more secure. Okay, then we'll have another 3-block lava gap, and this will be the actual fortress. Okay, now we'll start building up these walls, which is going to take a lot of nether brick. Good job we have about 9 shulkers full of it. Alright, we've now built all 3 walls. So I'm going to work on the entrance of it. Oh my god, I am dying in lava. Wait a second. Why don't we do like a parkour entrance? So you have to jump from here to here, here to here, and here will be the next entrance. Then over here we'll have slightly harder parkour. Oh no! Yeah, it's definitely a bit harder. And now to make it to the final entrance, you have to do a neo jump, which is like this. Oh! Whoa! There we go, first try. And this is what it looks like inside the fortress. We're gonna add some cool things in here, but first, let's decorate these walls. Whilst I was mining a bunch of nether bricks, I was growing nether warts, and there is a reason for that. So we'll grab some of this. If you combine nether warts and nether bricks, you get red nether bricks. And we're gonna use these to add a bunch of detail to our walls. Alright, the walls are now looking a lot better. Now let's try out this parkour and see if we can do it first time, because I've got something to add to the center of this fortress. If I fall, you have to spam L in the comments, but if I do it, definitely spam W. Right, here we go. Yeah, we could just cut that out, right? And now we're going to use a shulker box of gold and just spam it here. This will be the reward for getting into this fortress. And with this gold block placed, that is the nether fortress upgraded. Now believe it or not, fossils actually count as Minecraft structures. So I'm gonna have to upgrade them. And for this, I'm gonna build a massive human ribcage. And I should be pretty good at this because I actually did human biology at university until I dropped out to play the block game. Anyways, this is gonna look really cool, so I hope gamers will like it. Alright, this is probably gonna be a lot harder than I think, but I guess let's just give it a go. Okay, and this will be the sternum, which connects all the ribs. Alright, somehow I have made it look half decent, and I'm pretty happy with it because that took me a while. Although I'm really not sure what gamers is gonna think of this one. So we're gonna have to make these last 5 upgrades really good. And this next upgrade has brought me to the stronghold. At least I hope it has. Okay, here's the stronghold. Now, where is this portal room? Come on. No, no, nope, no. Yes! The portal room. These things are actually like mazes. So why don't we build an actual maze with the end portal in the center? And to make it easier, I'm gonna build it up in the air so that when you get to the center, you can easily drop down to the portal. But to make this drop down bit, we're gonna have to drain some water because it's right above an ocean. So first, let's surround it with blocks. Okay, now we need sponges, but we are very far from home. So I think we'll have to go with the budget option. Go, son. Go, 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 go. And now it's shovel time. Now let's actually build the maze, and for this we're gonna need loads of these bad boys. And also these. And maybe some of these. The first thing we're gonna do is lay out the base for the maze. Alright, now it's time to build the actual maze. This will be the entrance, and now we'll start building the layers of walls. And we'll just try and make this maze as hard as possible. Now we need to dig this tunnel all the way down to the portal. We'll add signs across here, like that. that. Then we'll add water on top like this. And actually maybe one more layer of water. Why not 3 layers of water? This should make it so the fall doesn't kill us. Now we can get rid of this beacon. And finally, we can light the portal. So that is the stronghold upgraded. But because I purposely tried not to remember the maze, I'm gonna see how long it takes me to beat it. And whilst I do that, let me tell you about my plan for the next upgrade. So the next structure we're upgrading is the Woodland Mansion. My plan for this is to modernize the mansion and make it more futuristic. I'm also going to include all the rooms that the traditional mansion includes. So for this, we're going to need lots of white concrete. Yes! And we jump down here, and hopefully we survive the fall. Yes, we made it! So for this, we're going to need lots of white concrete. We're also going to need a bunch of birch wood for the floor because it'll go really nicely with the modern theme. Okay, we're going to build our modern mansion in this dark oak forest next to this normal woodland mansion. But for this, we're going to need to create some space. Don't mind me just casually starting a forest fire. I think this might actually work. So for this, we're doing loads of different segments that are all different shapes. And this should help it to look like a modern mansion. Alright, and now that we've got this basic structure, let's fill in all of these shapes. And now that we've got the shape, let's decorate it. Okay, behind the mansion, we can plant some more trees back. Now it's time to build a bunch of these different rooms inside our mansion. And because it's a modern mansion, we'll do open plan, meaning all the rooms will kind of merge into one. I'm literally just trying to collect the stuff from the rooms, and these guys are so annoying. Yeah, this will definitely look good in our mansion. Okay, I think we've got everything we need. Now let's build some rooms. So I managed to build the storage room, the map table room, the prison room, the tree room, the library room, and even the chicken statue room. Yeah, that one came through the floor a little bit. But anyways, that is the 23rd structure upgraded, meaning we only have 3 structures remaining until I show my brother all of my hard work. Not gonna lie, I'm starting to get a little nervous. But we don't really have time for that because it's time to upgrade an ancient city. So my idea for this one is like a horror maze. So it'll be similar to the stronghold one, just with a bunch of these things inside. Speaking of these things, let's mine them up. Imagine a warden chasing you through a maze. That is going to be so scary. 15 should be enough. Now, let's collect a bunch of skulk. Oh, this stuff is so satisfying. Wait a second, I've just realised I'm not actually collecting any because my hoe doesn't have silk touch. Oh my god. Alright, and now that we've got our maze, there is only one thing left to add. Okay, note to self, do not press unshift. This is going to be like the world's deadliest maze. Let's give this a go. Okay. Uh-oh. Nope. That's a dead end. No, that's a dead end. Let's go! We made it through! So with the ancient city upgraded, that leaves only 2 structures left. And the next one is the abandoned village. Now, like we mentioned earlier, this one is very rare, so I had to spend a while searching for it. So my idea for this one is to change it from looking slightly abandoned to looking completely post-apocalyptic. This is gonna be fun. I'll save you. Whoa, I actually did. Remove all the leaves from the trees. Looking good, but one more finishing touch. Perfect. Now there's only one structure left for me to upgrade, and that structure is the Bastion. The same structure that I failed to build at the start of this episode. But I feel like my building has got a lot better since then, and I've got a much better idea for it. So, I'm going to take some inspiration from my previous builds and upgrade this last structure. But before I show you the final structure, don't forget to use the link below to get yourself your very own Minecraft server. And of course, use code LOCKDOWN for 25% off. Whilst I was completing this final upgrade, my mind was occupied by 3 questions. Will gamers actually like this build? Will he appreciate the insane amount of time it took to upgrade every structure in the game? Will he admit I'm actually a decent builder? Well, with the Bastion fully upgraded, it was time to find out. Hello gamers.
Hello.
So you know how we used to do 100 days videos together? In them, you'd always build the base because, well, I was a bad builder.
Yes.
I just spent the last 2 weeks upgrading every Minecraft structure, and I want you to judge them. You ready?
Yeah, let's have a look. Oh my god, that looks sick. Whoa! Okay, I admit it, you've definitely gotten better at building.
Let's go!
You like playing Minecraft, then you're a filthy criminal, drop the weapon, you're under arrest. Let me read you the charges. For starters, burglary, kidnapping, hunting an endangered species, and indecent exposure. But you're not alone. So for the next 100 days, I'll be put on probation to survive real-world laws in Minecraft and either gain my freedom or be sentenced to death. So nothing about this challenge is going to be easy or free, including getting wood. Because legally, I can't just go punching down trees in the forest unless I go to the Bureau of Land Management's website and actually buy a permit. Which I did. But now I have an even bigger issue. See, this sheep looks tasty, but without a hunting license, it's totally illegal. Actually, let me double check. Hi, my name is Branzy. I was just wondering if I would need a license to hunt wild sheep in Minecraft?
Is that a serious question?
Maybe. So, I don't think I'm getting a hunting license. But since it is legal to forage for food, I picked up some melons and some zombie flesh. But now I can start construction on my new favorite starter base. It's a chest boat. It's compact, safe, and can hold a boatload of treasure. But speaking of treasure, there's a shipwreck. Now, legally, shipwrecks get a little dicey, because anything within 3 miles of the US coast is technically property of the government. But that looks close enough. I mean, far enough. And on day 3, I found the most valuable treasure of all. Oh, look at that, there's a pillager outpost. Respecting the boundary of the property, there's an empty cage. Oh, there's an Alala. Hello. There's another one. Alala too. Come here. You guys are just like Wanda and Cosmo, but with less hair. There's 2 of them in that little cage. Well, I mean, they are cute, but technically breaking the cage would be vandalism. So, no. Now, being on probation also meant that I couldn't legally possess any weapons. But on day 4, I had an idea. Okay, I wonder if I give Wanda a sword if she'll behave like a fox and just start stabbing my enemies. There's only one way to find out. Go, Wanda, go! Fight for my honor! Or, you know, don't. This is all in self-defense, okay? I don't want any trouble. Everybody just back away. No! On day 5, I sheared a sheep, made a bed, and found a village. But approaching a village legally is a little bit different than in regular Minecraft. Because I can't take their crops, that would be theft. I can't go in their houses, or that would be breaking and entering. And in order to build a house legally, the first thing you need is to buy land. But to buy anything in Minecraft, you need emeralds. So on day 6, I devised a complex algorithm to determine the exact real-world value of 1 Minecraft emerald. But, where did I put it? Oh, here it is, on the back of the subscribe button. Alright, that's some expensive bread. But since the average residential lot in the United States costs about $80